Alright, so there are 12 days before Black Ops 4's release, and for most people, that's like whatever, you know, I might get it, I might not, I don't like it, I do like it, I hated the beta, I love the beta, whatever. But for the hardcore Call of Duty fan, the person that really likes to do well at the multiplayer, strives to do better, grinds to max prestige, for that player, this video is for you, because you might have overlooked something. This drill that I'm about to show you guys can be done in any Call of Duty where the health can be altered in the private match. But we're trying to get as close to Black Ops 4 as possible, so I went with Black Ops 3. You're going to want to load up a custom game. Make sure it's set to Team Deathmatch 100 points with no time limit. The game ends when you get 100 kills, and that's a pretty good amount. It'll go slower or faster depending on how many bots you put on the enemy team, but 100's a good amount because if you got 100 kills in Black Ops 3 with these settings every day, plus a little more here and there, you could be at over 1,200 kills before the game comes out, and that's a pretty decent warm-up. So now that you have 100 kill TDM with as many bots as you want on whatever map that you want, you're going to want to go to health and damage settings, and you're going to want to set it to 150 health with slow health regeneration if possible. In Black Ops 3 it totally is. You could also turn off health regeneration, but we're trying to kind of mimic the idea in Black Ops 4 where you have to kind of manually regenerate your health, but of course it's not necessary. As a little side note though, tapping left bumper every time you get injured isn't a terrible idea. This will help you get used to manual health regeneration, but is totally, you know, whatever. Do it or don't. Now for your classes, you can pick whatever gun you want. Just make sure it isn't like the lowest recoil weapon, because we don't want to get lazy with the lowest recoil weapons of each category. So, you know, try to learn some recoil compensation during this. It can't hurt. You want to run these guns completely naked. You don't want anything on the class except for Scavenger, so you can keep going for a long time. Now for attachments and equipment, you're going to go with none. We don't want you getting used to having any sort of equipment on your class. I don't want you ADSing faster, I don't want you having lower recoil, I don't want you having a cleaner sight, I don't want you having extended magazines, I don't want any of that. And the reason is that you're trying to get as many kills as you can against 150 health bots with one magazine. Try to aim for about 3 to 4 kills per magazine. This will encourage you to be a lot more accurate, because again, we're trying to create an environment of accuracy learning. You might find out through this how many shots you actually miss per gunfight, even against a recruit bot. For every one bullshit death in Call of Duty, there's about 3 where you were just not accurate. You shot a little to the left, a little to the right. So we're trying to get you to be more consistently accurate with your shots, while not spoiling you with a bunch of attachments and frilly things. Your goal is to take that gun and nail bots with it and kill them consistently, as many as you can with one magazine. We're trying to create a rhythm, we're trying to get into a certain groove, we're trying to train your thumbs or your hands. We're trying to make sure you're confident taking on opponents that have more health than you might be used to, so then by the time the game comes out, you'll be ahead of the curve compared to somebody that hasn't been practicing at all. But also try to mix in some public matches, because bots will also make you lazy even if for the purpose of an accuracy drill. You know, real players keep you on your toes, and yeah, we don't want you getting used to bots just like staring at you and then, you know, basically being a fucking target. So I guess when you're fighting these bots, try to be as fast as possible, as if they could kill you in a fraction of a second, while also not missing shots. It's gonna be a challenge, but I think you can balance it. There's a couple of different things you can do for this as well. You can put on headshots only to really fine-tune your aim. Some people say, well, don't do that because that's not how you're going to play in a normal match, so it'll throw you off. I beg to differ. If you get really good at being able to nail people's heads at 150% health and killing them consistently, then going for body shots later in the day or later in the week is going to be a lot easier. Also, turning off aim assist and then turning it back on, some people say it throws them off, some people say it really helps them, and I guess it's up to you. This is a gray area for this drill because we're not trying to get good at Black Ops 3, we're trying to get good at Black Ops 4 before it comes out, and Black Ops 4's aim assist will probably feel a lot different than Black Ops 3's in some, well, at least in some way, so if you get too used to one system, the next system might throw you off. But for PC players, you don't have to worry about any of this stupid console pleb shit. So we're trying to build confidence with a longer TTK, we're trying to build good habits, good rhythms, good grooves. And the last thing here, in order to build a good groove and in order to get into a good habit, try not using all the advanced movement in any of the Call of Duties you try this in, and I'm thinking mostly of Black Ops 3 here. Try not thruster jumping and wall running and all of that, because that stuff is not in Black Ops 4. You can do the power slide, you can sprint, you can run, you can jump, you can prone, you can crouch, but you shouldn't be thruster jumping and you shouldn't be wall running or getting used to doing any super cool aerial jump shots that aren't going to be available to you in Black Ops 4. So yeah, that's my recommendation. I like to turn on this drill and listen to some music and just train my aim for like, I don't know, 10, 11 minutes out of my day. If this kind of shit doesn't matter to you, then it doesn't matter to you and you don't care and you probably clicked off already. So let me know what you think about this. Go ahead and try it at least once and see how good your aim is. If you're confident that your aim is perfect, you don't miss shots, you can get consistent 4 to 5 kills in one magazine because of how accurate you are, that's great. If not, maybe give it some more tries and let me know how you do. Anyway, I'll see you when I see you. Goodbye.